Well, good mid-morning, everybody. It's a rainy Tuesday. It's not the quite bone-chilling rains that we have had. It's a little bit on the warm side, but it's pretty soaking. We need it. We need it from the drought last year, so I don't want to complain too much about the rain. Although it will impact our ability to record and have a discussion and do our chores. As you can see, the cows have been moved across the road. As a matter of fact, the cows moved themselves across the road. I was actually going to graze them in the front yard because I always intend that we're going to get off to a good start. And I'm going to get the grass mowed and everything's going to be trimmed up and proper. But the rain sets in, and the next thing you know, it's 6 weeks later, and I haven't done any of the mowing. So I was going to just graze the cows to help me get ahead of the mowing, but we brought them to the front yard, and they kind of went wild and crazy and started running back and forth, and they must have remembered being over there last year, so they jumped the fence and tore the fence down and ran across the road. So luckily I had already had the posts set. You can see one there. I'd already had the posts set, and I just had to run over there real quick while Madison kind of held them in place and wrapped 2 strands of wire, and then we ended up putting a divider. So they got about a half an acre, and it looks like I'm going to be able to cut that down significantly over there. They're not going to need a full half acre for a day, I don't think. So we'll see how that develops as the day goes on, see how much they eat. Do they need the full half acre, or can they be cut back? I wanted to show you the new bottle baby calf that we had. I'm going to have to throw some pictures up because he's not cooperating. He was beating the snot out of me. He's only 3 days old, but he's a pretty healthy little fella. So I'll try to pop some pictures in there because there's no way I didn't bring my clip-on deal to get some. I'll do that next time where I can record while I'm feeding him or whatever. But it wasn't going to work with this gimbal, me trying to hold it and fight him off. But his mother, so I apologize for the lighting and the poor circumstances, but it's just pouring the rain out there. But that little fella's mother, she was the last cow to calf, and she must have bred. She either bred on the very last day we had the bull in, or she was over significantly, because that calf, it was right on time for her to have bred 283 days from the day we took the bull out. So the due date matches up pretty nice. But that bull calf he's a beef. I mean, he's meaty. And I was checking on her Friday night into Saturday morning, and it got to be about 12:30, and she was starting to push and I could see his feet starting to come out. And I went back to the house and came back about an hour later and checked her, and she hadn't progressed tremendously. I was watching her. I didn't want to get too involved, didn't want to get too close. So I was just kind of watching her, and finally she got a good push, and out. He came about halfway out, and she wasn't standing up. She was laying down. And then I can't remember the circumstances exactly, but I think she stood up, and when he fell out, she prolapsed terribly. And Melissa and I worked on her, tried to put that prolapse back in, and we just could not get it. It's like 3 a.m. It was 30 degrees or something here. Madison was trying to clean off the calf and take care of it while we were taking care of the mother, and we just could not. It was 26. 26 was probably our best cow. 26 and her calves, they bought some eating. And they don't get the grain bucket that often, but she sure knows what it is. And that's her calf right there. She throws some good calves. Grass. We got to get that genetic going. But her daughter Bia, that little calf there, some good grass calves. There's Summer. She's old school. She's a little tall and lanky, but she's the boss cow. And she prolapsed, and she didn't make it. And it's an emergency situation at 3 a.m. It's It's not likely anybody could have got to us in time anyway, but she passed before we could do anything for her. That was a pretty tough blow. She was definitely our best. Bell's palsy's getting me today. Our best grass cow, and she throws some good calves. Bia, the one we call Fat Girl, and now this guy. I mean, he's a good looking dude. So just a tough deal. And continuing to take shelter from the rain. Sitting in the car, we got to go to town. We got to go to the feed store, grab something to feed the bull until his grass comes on better, where we can move him around. And got to go to the post office as well. But this spring has been challenging. Our other top cow, Summer, she was the lead cow. Come on, ladies, let's go get some breakfast. It'll be a snowy breakfast. Y'all need a little hot chocolate. I might like me some hot chocolate this morning. Oh, Summer, she'll show them the way. If she got a hemorrhage or something, or an infection. So we lost Summer, our lead cow, who told everybody where to go. And 26, our best grass cow. And now I thought 26 was going to take up the leadership role, so I'm not really sure who's going to lead them into the pastures now. So on top of two terrible losses this spring, trying to develop a new dynamic in the herd will be interesting also. Well, I worked really hard yesterday. Didn't get to bed exactly at a good hour last night. And all of that is coming into play today. It's like 3 p.m. I'm still struggling. We did have to make that run to town, but I'm just not getting anything done today. Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 and 7 says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." It's already time for the second bottle. Probably beyond time for the second bottle. Trying to regulate him just a bit. He would probably just eat and eat and eat if you'd let him. Plus, we still got to run another errand that I just found out about. So, this is one of them days where it rained, I was tired, and I just kind of took the day off. Not really, but it feels like it. I didn't think we had that much severe rain. I don't know what happened after I fell asleep last night, and it's rained gently all day, but some counties to the east of here are experiencing some flooding, so it must have been a little... I mean, we've just had a nice, gentle, soaking rain here. Maybe overnight it got a little crazy. Apparently to the east of here, or into the mountains to the south of here, it must have had a more significant rainfall. Got the bull in that lower section, just got a little divider fence to keep him down there. And then I was trying to train the little pigs to go in there, and they were just in there. They just ran out. They got excited because they heard me, but I'm going to feed them back down there again so that they start going in there. And I actually probably need 2 nets. That's probably not quite big enough. It's probably big enough. They're used to having all this space, so I'm not sure if I can get them to agree to that residence or not. But old Captain, we'll start moving him around to some different places. It looks like your little buddies there. One, they're getting too big to come in and out. They've grown enough that they can't get in and out, but they've also, looks like they've just about freed you, so I'm going to have to tighten that up a little bit, isn't it? You're ready. I can get you outside too, and I want to. Just got to get all, the cows are across the road, so now I focus on these pigs a little bit and the chickens and catch up on some of my work. But you little guys are troublemakers. We got to separate you all together. That little spotted one right there is a female, so we Need to get her away from this guy before things start happening when we don't want them to. This kind of feels like the day that wasn't. I've just been so tired today and so out of order. Stayed up till about 11:40 last night, and I slept in till about 6:40, which is an hour later than I normally do. But man, I worked so hard yesterday trying to establish one area for the cows to go to, and then when they burst across the road, I had to do double time to make sure I got them wrapped up so they didn't go wandering, and then not counting all the other things that I do here. But my body was not happy with me this morning. And even if you do sleep for the 7 hours or whatever, staying up late is not good. So I just need to get to bed earlier and get a good 7-8 hours of sleep. People who disregard that, sleep is the most important thing you can get. I'm telling you, people who say that they can live and thrive off of 4 or 5 hours, God bless you if you can, but I think most of us can't. I need a good solid sleep so that I'm functional. If I don't get that sleep, I can't function very well. And I've just been slow at getting things done today. I don't feel bad necessarily. My body just hasn't been wanting to get out and go. So anyway, here we are. End of the day. Let's try again tomorrow. Love y'all.